I really wanted to talk about this Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I am a big fan of the Dead Rising franchise. I think my favorite like zombie thing ever is probably Dead Rising 1. It's such a unique fucking game. I don't know how popular that is among my audience who are really into 40k, but basically Deluxe Remaster is coming out, and it's basically, you know, a graphical update, some quality of life into the original game. Not that crazy. It's not a full-on remake, as in they're not making this from the ground up. They are using a lot of animations, a lot of stuff from the original games. But yeah, so this thing is not a remake. I am a little bit. Even if it was a remake, I would be a little bit skeptical. I know a lot of people are celebrating this because Dead Rising 4 was a piece of shit. So people are hoping this is gonna be a comeback to the strength of the series, and I kind of wanted to just go through the couple-minute trailers that they have and talk about this. So starting off, obviously, is the announcement trailer when this was literally revealed that they are doing a remaster. And yeah, this is basically a second remaster, because the version we currently have on Steam, the original was an Xbox exclusive. In 2016, the first HD remaster came out, and we got a multi-platform release, which is always the best thing about any remake and any remaster, which I'm gonna get to in a moment. And yeah, now they're doing basically a re-release with new graphics. Frank West looks a little bit different. That's a lot of people are upset about his face and his voice because the original voice actor is not returning, which is a fucking shame because he was great and Frank is an iconic character. I do not envy this person who is going to replace him. Same thing for Silent Hill. Like all of the Silent Hill 2 remake voice actors, I don't envy them because they have such big shoes to fill. Even if they do an outstanding job, people are gonna be mad because obviously it's not the original voice actor, you know.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
And yeah, he also, it's so weird because this face and this face looks so completely different. I don't know if that's just the angle or what, but he looks completely different here in this shot. And he looks very old for the purposes of this story. Like he was supposed to be a little bit younger.
Did you just say zombies?
In the original, but that's kind of a nitpick, I guess.
Look out there. Those ain't zombies. What would you call them?
The graphics definitely look fucking great though. And like I said, those are all literally original animations. I can literally feel how they feel because they are so etched into my brain, man.
Quick, move! Get over here!
The lighting too looks fucking great. And there's like some new gameplay features which...
This is my store! A customer!
And yeah, it's actually coming out in September, so like really early for a like a announcement. This is crazy early. So then they released this trailer, which just talks about, you know, the release and whatever.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster will have an emergency
Oh yeah, there's going to be a later physical release. I guess this is the new like key art. Looks actually kind of fucking cool. Yeah, confirmed it's not gonna be on the old console generation, but I don't think games are coming out for PS4 and Xbox One anymore, so that's probably not to anyone's surprise.
Digital launch for PlayStation 5.
No Nintendo Switch release, but I think that's what everybody expected. It would be fucking crazy to see this running on Nintendo Switch, trying to run
Xbox Series
on Nintendo Switch.
X, Xbox Series S, and Steam on September 19th. The Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster digital...
Of course, there is a deluxe pack, whatever, digital deluxe edition, fucking whatever. And it's got some goodies. Looks like costumes out of other Capcom things. Because a lot of these just look like Resident Evil costumes. This looks like Mega Man, but that doesn't make any fucking sense because there was already a Mega Man costume in Dead Rising 1, so I don't know why this is part of the Digital Deluxe. Maybe that's like an alternative skin for Mega Man. Not sure. This is fucking Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. Like, I can see the shape clearly. This is a Licker from Resident Evil. Not sure about these characters here. This kinda looks like Chris from RE1, but could be like literally anyone, so I have no fucking guesses as to those other things. Oh, this is like definitely some fucking Street Fighter thing. Either like Ryu or Ken. You know, just some goodies. Oh, maybe this is Resident Evil 4, like Dr. Salvador? The one with the chainsaw because of the bug? Don't really know. Just some goodies you get.
Deluxe edition.
Probably gonna cost way too fucking much for this content, whatever.
Include additional costumes and mall background music, and will be available with the regular version on September 19th.
Mall background music is interesting, so I'm kinda assuming we'll be able to change the music in the background. I would never stray from the original because it's just so good, but interesting, I suppose.
Dead Rising fans shouldn't miss the Dead Rising Original Pack, included as a pre-order bonus.
Okay. Oh, you actually get a... I didn't know this. You get the original costume, the 2006 Frank West. If you pre-order... I'm definitely not pre-ordering, but that's nice. You know, Chuck Green outfit too. And a bee. I forgot that. I forget, is that like a mascot of the mall or some shop? I don't even fucking know why would they pull this. I think there are many more iconic suits. You have to pay to unlock the older model. Kinda no, because this is a pre-order bonus, so technically you don't have to pay extra for that, but you know, it's still like giving you a strong incentive. It's giving you a strong incentive to pay for it early, which is also kind of bad. So yeah, the energy stays the same. You're absolutely right. And you know that after release, this is common practice by now. After the release, this will release as just a DLC on the Steam store, for example. You'll probably be able to grab this. So you're technically right.
Pre-orders are available starting today.
Okay, and that's this announcement. And the last one is the meat and potatoes of it.
Deluxe Remaster.
Okay, people talked about this. Just the IGN video has a random freeze at the beginning for some reason. So this actually talks about the mechanics and what's actually new in this remaster.
It's like a full-on remake. We had this.
I never thought that to myself.
So we spoke with 3 key staff to get to the bottom of this deluxe remaster. We began our investigation with director Ryosuke Murai. Well, actually, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this game a remake, considering the work we put into it. Before we could even...
Let me move myself so we can see the subtitles clearly.
Ask a question, Murai was giving us the inside scoop about the game. The first thing you'll notice is the improved graphics.
Definitely. Some people made fun of this comment a little bit because the first thing they noticed is that Frank has a different voice actor, which yeah, technically stands out more at the very beginning of the trailer. Man.
The new specs allow the game to run at 4K 60 FPS.
Yeah, 4K 60 FPS is huge, you know, those smooth frame rates with those many zombies, always a W. Performance is part of why like remakes and remasters are good, you know.
We've also made quite a few quality of life improvements, like the ability to move while aiming.
And yeah, I always forget between my playthroughs of Dead Rising that I do from time to time. I always forget between them that you cannot fucking move and shoot in this game, which is, yeah, that just makes sense to include that in the remaster, because holy shit, why was that not there from the start, you know?
As well as other adjustments to make controlling Frank more intuitive.
He still moves very, very slowly when you aim, so it's not like you're gonna be fucking zooming while aiming the gun, you know?
As well as other adjustments to make controlling Frank more
like he slows down to a crawl.
Thanks to popular demand, we've added an autosave feature and fine-tuned the user.
Autosave, just like I think Dead Rising 2 already had autosave. Yeah, that's probably good. If you really fuck up, you still need to reload a save.
Interface.
So yeah, autosave is cool because if you fuck up, especially if you're new to this game, if you go into a boss fight like Adam the clown, you never expect how fucking busted the bosses are in this game. Or when you fight the convicts for the first time, you are like, oh, it's guys in a jeep, but the game surely like has some weapons for me here, right? And my health, I can take them with 4 squares of health, right? Because they are an early boss. And they fucking demolish you, and if you didn't make a save up to that point, you're shit out of luck, pal. So autosave, definitely very helpful there for like bosses and stuff.
The game will be fully voiced in 9 languages with...
This is nice. The original game only supports one voiced language, and that's English. And now we'll have like French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Brazilian, Portuguese, Russian, and Latin American Spanish. And maybe there will be some like hilarious other, you know, I covered wars in other languages. That's nice, actually. I like that really. Text, the game always supported a lot of different text languages, so not that important.
Text in 14, giving more players around the world.
I put myself back down there, didn't I? I'm fucking stupid, sorry.
The chance to enjoy characters' dialogue. We've also made some improvements to NPC behavior that we hope will make surviving the zombie apocalypse with all the colorful characters.
Yeah, the stairs are so big, man. The stairs are huge.
More enjoyable.
And like seeing them actually run up the stairs smoothly. Yeah, that's insane for anybody who played that game. Waiting for people to get on that ledge was so annoying in the original, holy shit.
That sounds like a complete overhaul. It makes me wonder if the game...
And I don't know why they mean by better AI. I don't know if they're just gonna be very capable, like in Dead Rising 2. In Dead Rising 2, if you gave everybody a gun, they would solo bosses for you. It was actually crazy. So, not really sure what they mean by AI improvements.
The game's main concept is still intact. If you've played the original, rest assured that its core remains unchanged in this deluxe remaster.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely true. From what I've seen, like all the cutscenes they shown, all the animations, they are literally the same frame by frame, so...
We did our best to respect the direction of the original game. We kept the fundamental...
That's nice. I wonder if there's an icon that tells you if they are close enough to follow you through doors. Yeah, that feature from 2 would be so fucking helpful. Can't really see it here.
That sounds
But yeah, that feature from 2 should definitely come back.
core remains unchanged in this deluxe remaster. We did our best to respect the direction of the original game. We kept the fundamental gameplay the same while improving upon the user experience.
This is also really cool. You can fast forward time now. Sometimes when you were waiting for a case to start, you literally had to put down your fucking quote-unquote controller. If you're playing on keyboard, you obviously didn't put down shit, but whatever. You had to put down your controller and just wait like 5 minutes. Sometimes if you wanted to not miss the cutscene, because they only started at very specific times in the day, and you could be there early and just, you know, in the for example, in the safe room there weren't many things to do, so you would just literally have to look at survivors, go upstairs and look outside at the ugly ass fucking skybox, or just literally wait with the wristwatch equipped. So yeah, this is definitely like a cool feature. I wonder if everything is voiced now, including the small conversation between survivors. Oh yeah, that's actually another very interesting question. Yeah, the small conversations were never like really voiced, and there were a lot of hilarious ones. If I hope they are voiced, because I wanna do the side quest where you have to rescue the Japanese tourists from the bookstore voiced, because I would love to hear Frank try to talk in like very basic broken Japanese to them. That would be fucking hilarious, man.
With this, we believe that both veterans and newcomers alike will be able to enjoy a fresh experience. Our goal was to ensure that today's players would experience the same shock players felt when the original game was released. We believe we accomplished this goal with Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. We hope that everyone will give it a try. Unable to get any definitive answers out of director Murai, we gave art director Satoshi Takamatsu the third degree. It turns out he had ambitions of his own for this project. Because the original came out 18 years ago, there were many limits.
Man, that's crazy. That Dead Rising, the original, actually still looks pretty decent in my opinion, even though it came out like so long ago.
During development. Thanks to nearly 2 decades of technological advancements, we were able to accomplish a lot that couldn't be done back then.
Isabella also looks kinda weird. I don't know how to describe it.
For example, Resident Evil, Capcom's other zombie franchise, focused on quality over quantity. Dead Rising took a different approach.
The one thing I have to say is the HUD in the original looked much better, I think. But that's a very small thing. If they go back to the remaster, you will see that the new one looks very bland, like safe, corporate, lifeless, soulless, however you wanna call it. You know kinda what I'm talking about.
The goal was to pack as many zombies as possible into that huge shopping mall. This meant each individual zombie wasn't as polished as we would have liked. However, this time around, we were able to focus on quality as well. As the art director, I couldn't be more pleased that...
Oh, it randomly stopped again. Cool. This is actually fucking insane how this cutscene looks. Just look at the like emotion.
Both the main character Frank
pouring out of those facial animations. That is fucking insane.
And all of the NPCs. Of course.
So the graphics are definitely like good, you know.
Another critical aspect of Dead Rising that we have to address is the shopping mall setting.
Yeah, the lighting in here is so much better.
In the original game, the Willamette Parkview Mall is made up of several areas, like
there is the B.
Entrance Plaza and Paradise Plaza, each with its own unique characteristics.
What the fuck
These design
What the fuck is with the random pauses? What the
and
hell?
evolved them even further
What?
by adding real-time lighting and shadow effects, so that each location takes on a different appearance, depending on the time of day.
Again, looks very good, very clean.
That's how much detail we've put into this project.
そういうところを、今回、表現できるようになったので、そこら辺も、こだわって作っております。
For character animations, we tried to limit unnecessary changes and use the original data as much as possible, especially during action scenes.
So, yeah, again, here's the HUD I was talking about. I really don't like this change. It looks so bland. It almost looks like a placeholder, but I'm fairly certain it will be like this in the final release. Again, it's just whatever. It's just your health bar and the inventory. Not really that big of a deal. I just don't like it.
We could have made them more realistic.
The fucking quest like box looks okay. Also, actually, yeah, there is a compass at the top, so there is going to be like some better navigation, I think, easier navigation to side quests and quests. That's just, you know, some quality of life.
With today's tools. But we wanted to preserve the unique and
Yeah, like literally every single animation is
comical
100% the same as in the original.
movements that made the original Dead Rising.
It makes me wonder, because Dead Rising 1 kinda has this stiff movement. It's on purpose, don't get me wrong, but it has very stiff movement. And I'm guessing they didn't change much of that. Are timed objectives no longer color-coded? Maybe it's just harder to tell in this version without them being further down.
Special.
当時のアニメーションが一番ベストだと思っておりましたので、今回はそういう風な形。
I wonder also what's gonna happen to the music. The original had a lot of licensed music. Some of these bands are way more popular now, so it would cost more to renew licenses for that. So I kinda expect the music to be a little bit... It was bad, but it was fun bad in the original, you know? So I'm saying worse as in, like, it's not gonna evoke the same feelings. I too hope Gon Guru is still in the game. It's so iconic with that but yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay, I mean blue if you have 6 hours left, yellow for 3 to 6 hours, and red for less than 3 hours. That I didn't see, so yeah, hard to tell at this point, I suppose. Oh yeah, also another quality of life is that you actually see the durability of your weapon. Like in the corner you can see exactly how much durability it has left. In the original you didn't see it, and then when it was like at its last legs, it would start phasing in and out. And that was your only clue that is gonna break, but you still didn't know when it's gonna break. So that's nice.
一番ベストだと思っておりましたので、今回はそういう風な形をとっております。
Takamatsu was finally giving us the info we were looking for. However, we couldn't stop there. We had to know why this is called a deluxe remaster. To do that, we tracked down the game's producer and managed to get his account.
It would flash when it was at 33% left, I think. See, that's why it sucked, because I always assumed it's 25 instead. Like, you don't even know at what percentage. Yeah, like if you go on Wikipedia, it's probably gonna like clearly state how much is it, but like as a player inside the game, you could never learn it unless you like counted how many hits you can do with a certain weapon. So yeah, I think it's a great addition.
I think Dead Rising is a unique game with extremely tight game design, even by
definitely.
today's standards.
Definitely. And confirmed, it is color-coded. You can see that the bar is yellow right now. It means like he has those 3 to 6 hours left. Before it was blue, so it is color-coded in that way.
However, we also knew the original game was released 18 years ago, and that improvements were needed to reach a modern audience. That's why we focused on improving playability to reach a modern audience.
Could you drive a bike into this part of the mall? Because this only connects to the cinema and the entrance plaza, I think. In the entrance plaza there were bikes. You could get skateboards, but I don't remember being able to drive a bike into this specific part of the mall. That is interesting.
That's why we focused on improving
But maybe I'm misremembering.
playability.
This is a completely new feature. I don't think this was in any Dead Rising before, or maybe I am not aware. You can hide behind large objects to avoid gunfire, which is a cool as fucking feature.
In addition to overhauling the graphics, this game truly deserves the title.
And audio now cuts out? What the fuck? Oh, it just... Okay, the audio just completely cut out. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much everything they said about Dead Rising. There was more. There was like some other interview they did where there was more info, but it's not that important. So anyway, this is all cool, right? But here's the problem, right? If you go on Steam right now, here's why I won't be buying this day one, 100%. If anything, I'm gonna buy it on a discount. And here's why. It's not a remaster, so they're not adding any new features that are like huge, you know. If they added co-op, for example, like in 2, that would be fucking insane, you know. I don't care if the story wouldn't make sense. Every single Dead Rising with co-op doesn't make sense. Only 3, I guess, worked that into the story. If they added combo weapons or something, that would be something, you know, new, other features from like the rest of the franchise. But it's not a remake, it's just a remaster, so they're doing the graphics. And my problem with that is I don't think I might pre-order depending on who is doing the remaster. If it's somebody I trust like Night Dive, then I would, but I don't know anything about these devs. That's also true. I'm gonna look it up in a second, so it's gonna probably say. I'm assuming it's just an internal Capcom team. But the thing is, it costs 50 bucks. And some might go, oh my god, that's so cheap. That's $10 cheaper than usually new games that come out. But it's not a remake, it's a remaster, you know. All the fancy graphics in the world are not gonna change that game is gonna play exactly the same. There is even like no info if there is a single new side mission in the entire game, or like new psychopaths, whatever. There is absolutely zero info if there is a single piece of new content other than quality of life, right? And here's the thing, right? Right now, a Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake. And even if that remake is dog shit, right? Even if that remake is bad, here's a thing why Silent Hill 2 kinda needs a remake. A remaster would also be great. You go on Steam, you type in Silent Hill, and this is what you get, right? Oh look, there's Silent Hill 2. You click on it, and it's obviously the remake that's going to release. Because none of the original games are on Steam. The only Silent Hill on Steam is fucking Homecoming, and that is so terrible that you should avoid this game with all your might. Homecoming is fucking trash. And the only other Silent Hill you can get is Silent Hill 4 The Room on Good Old Games. You cannot get 1, 2, or 3. There is no like, you can even see right here, the fucking Metal Gear Solid collection. You know, you have the Master Collection. They finally brought Metal Gear 1 and 3 to PC. 2 had a weird PC port. Silent Hill 2 also had a weird PC port and I think free, but they are lost to time. They are not available on any like modern store. So that's fucking gone in the wind, you know. But if you go on Steam and you type in Dead Rising, right? And you have the remake right here. I really like this image. This is so cool. And it's Capcom developing it, so it's just Capcom internally remastering it. And yeah, pre-purchase it for 50 euros, which is just 50 bucks, I think. And then the deluxe is gonna be 60, so they still found a way to sell it for 60. But if you type in Dead Rising, you have Dead Rising 1, the 2016 remaster, for 10 bucks. It's not on sale right now. When it's on, I don't know why it's not on sale. When it is on sale, you can get it for as cheap as $5 fucking dollars, and it's the same game just with worse graphics, and it runs perfectly on modern PCs. It's a really good port, and that's why I kind of think I'm not impressed by the remaster, you know? Like, you can already play this normally through Steam. And I don't know if better graphics are worth $45, man. Like, up front. Holy. Like, I get it, it's a fresh start for the Dead Rising. It's nice that they went back to the basics. But I would prefer if it was a full-on remake with completely new features, because then if the remake was bad, right, you could just go back to the original because they would be side to side. It's kind of like Resident Evil 4 remake. I liked Resident Evil 4 remake. It's a really nice remake. I prefer the original, and like the original was always available on Steam, so I was never a fan of Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm gonna be honest, I hate that all the remakes are of only the best, most popular games, because there are a lot of rough gems which could benefit from improvements. That is right, Lubomir. That's why I am actually kinda mad they are remaking Silent Hill 2 instead of 1. 1 needs a remake more than 2, man. The only time a remaster would make 100% sense to get if the original had a lot of problems running on modern hardware, which again, Dead Rising doesn't. At least Capcom is one of the few old companies that hasn't, I'm assuming you meant to say like shattered or whatever. Few old companies that hasn't shattered their reputation, but I don't think it will get, I will get this new remaster after all. The extra quality of lives features are nice, but I don't care to pay that much more for them. And that's exactly my point. Dead Rising is definitely a game that deserves respect, but this feels like a cash grab. Straight up cash grab. You know, sure, the new graphics are amazing. Like I said, the lighting is amazing. The quality of life, they're fucking amazing, right? But are they worth fucking 45? It's 50. Obviously you need to pay 50. But if you are a new player right now who wants to play Dead Rising for the first time, you can pick between paying $5 and $50. So the difference is 45 for you personally. Is it worth to pay fucking 45 more extra? I don't think so. But yeah, Capcom is definitely not, they definitely have that reputation, but like I said, I don't think this is gonna be, I don't think this is it, Chief, I just don't. Here's what I'm gonna personally do, because it's obvious, if you're hyped for this, if you wanna buy this on Premiere, go ahead, it's your money, right? But what I'm personally gonna do, I'm gonna look at this on release, because I don't, on principle, I don't buy new games. I have a lot of backlog to go through, so I only get them on discounts. I'm gonna wait for the release. First of all, obviously the performance. We're immediately gonna go if there are technical problems with this remaster or not, day one, so that is one good reason not to buy it immediately and wait for that. Second of all, I want to see if there is actually new content. I don't think there is, because I think they would, like, advertise that, right? That is a normal thing to advertise, that you have fucking new content in your goddamn, you know, remaster. So I don't think there is like really new content that I would care about, so but I'm gonna check that, and then I'm gonna wait and see if it goes on sale quickly and how much on sale it goes. And then if it's like a really deep discount, at some point I will definitely get it, even if it's just a graphical update. Beyond Good and Evil did this too, right? Beyond Good and Evil did this after 20 years, and it's $20. It's not 50, it's 20 for a graphically enhanced. It's not the same because this is not the scale of improvement of this remaster, but still, you get what I'm saying, right? $50 for a remaster is quite a steep fucking price to pay, I would argue. And the languages are nice. The languages are really nice. There is so many to choose from. So yeah, that's like my 2 cents about Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I'm happy that it's getting a remaster. I'm happy that people are talking about Dead Rising again, the good one, not Dead Rising 4, the shit that killed this franchise. I hope Capcom is more careful this time about sequels and they actually make them good instead of Dead Rising 4. But at the same time, this feels like a cash grab. Like, I'm sorry to say, I know this is gonna rustle some feathers, I think, because I'm gonna make this into like a channel video. I think this is gonna make some people angry that I am not 100% positive about this, but I don't see a reason to be. I'll be fucking honest. But at the same time, I wasn't excited about Resident Evil 4 Remake, and even after I played it, I was like, I am so fucking glad I waited for a discount, because I still prefer the original, even though the remake is great. And this is not gonna have the amount of new content the remake had, or like, you know, recontextualized content the Resident Evil 4 remake had. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. I remain skeptical. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna release much more info about this. Again, if they come out tomorrow and say we're adding like 3 new psychopaths, 10 new side missions, we're adding new game modes, we're adding this and that, then I would be okay, that's great. That actually makes it way more worth it, but so far what they've shown hasn't impressed me, and the original skin being pre-order is gonna inevitably become a paid DLC after the game launches is a little bit, you know, not a big fan of that. That is essentially it when it comes to Dead Rising, the Deluxe Remaster. For people who are watching this as a video later, thank you for watching. See you in the next one, as always. Make sure to let me know what you personally think in the comments below.